With the trade of Luis Perez being traded to the St. Louis Battlehawks in exchange for a backup offensive tackle, it got me thinking, who is really doing these trades? Is it the head coaches of the UFL? Is it just the UFL in general? And also, since there's no GMs, what if the UFL had GMs for all 8 UFL teams? And that is what I'm here to discuss. Today we're going to be looking at what if I ran the St. Louis Battlehawks this offseason as the Battlehawks GM. Now, we're going to separate this video into 2 parts. One, realistic, what I think could actually happen and what I would do as the Battlehawks GM going into 2027. And also a second part of fantasy of what I would just absolutely lose my mind and just what I would do as a Battlehawks GM in their own fantasy world with no repercussions. So let's get started. Now, as we look into how I would run the Battlehawks this offseason as the general manager, first we got to talk about a lot of things. The location of the Battlehawks have been a controversial topic within the Battlehawks community and the UFL community, and even the St. Louis community, with the St. Louis Battlehawks attendance being lowers average this season from probably getting 30K last season to around 23-24. I'm not sure if that's correct, but first, where would I put the Battlehawks? Realistically, I would keep the Battlehawks at the Battle Dome. I love the atmosphere, I love the dome, I love the loudness that the fans bring. 25,000, still the #1 attendance in the UFL. I just think that they're not gonna leave the Battle Dome just because I know Mike Rapoli's vision is all these soccer stadiums of like 15,000, 10,000, 13,000. I just think it is way too much of a St. Louis key to keep the Battlehawks at the Dome. So that's where I would have a talk with Mike Rapoli to try to keep the Battlehawks at the Dome for, I would say, about 4 years. Keep renovating it, keep trying to make the stands better, because the stands, like you said, the lower ends are not the greatest. So that's where I would keep the Battlehawks. Now we go on to coaching. For the head coach, I would keep Ricky Porrell, just because it was his first year and we lost in the first round in the playoffs. I think he's a great coach. The only problem I don't like is that he kind of takes way too much time to make tough decisions. Now, he's a new head coach, it's his first year experience, I understand that. So I would keep him as the coach for at least 2 more years, and we'll see how he is in 2027. Offensive coordinator, I'm getting rid of AJ Smith. Get off our team. The reason why I say this, because I would not re-sign Luis Perez. I think Luis Perez, he's okay, but he's not the way I would want to vision this is not where the Battlehawks where I would want to be. Oh my gosh, I'm starting. It is not where I want the Battlehawks to be as a franchise. So I would sign Casey Woods from Missouri State, or Garrett Riley, who is the the quarterbacks coach at Mizzou, and obviously Casey Woods, the offense coordinator at Missouri State, to keep the Missouri bloodline, I like to call it, in with the Battlehawks. You want the Missouri representative with the Battlehawks. I would hire at least Casey Woods or Garrett Riley to become the Battlehawks offense coordinator. Defense coordinator, you keep Corey Chamberlain. I think what he did as Battlehawks defense, being probably the second best defense in the league last year, was the greatest. Quarterback, also another hot topic within the Battlehawks fan base. DJ Ugadala. Now you might be thinking, who the hell is DJ Ugali? Now, I'm definitely butchering his last name, so if he's watching this, or anyone who knows him, I'm so sorry. He is the backup quarterback for the LA Chargers. I love his play when he was on the Clemson Tigers. I love his play. I think he could really change his Battlehawks offense if we want to bring in a new quarterback, just because I think he is with a little film I've seen of him from Clemson, I really like who was not like this run around QB of this stand in the pocket quarterback. Now, who would I bring in as a backup? Harrison Frost. From the little amount of time I saw Harrison Frost play within the season, I didn't mind it. Even at the Louisville game when Harrison Frost played. Now, granted, that was the defense bringing majority of the time. He was okay. I think you develop Harrison Frost, and he could be a solid quarterback. I just think we gave him not a lot of time. And really just say, all right, we just throw him out into the wolves. I think if you develop Harrison Frost, he could be the Battlehawks quarterback. Running back. Javon Howard, Kylan James, my bad. You keep them, you develop them as running backs. I like both of them. Wide receiver with Hakeem Butler being signed to the Denver Broncos. Akor Pearson and Jerron Jennings as our top 2 wide receivers. Pretty much just keep the same offense. Tight end. Once Tyler Neville comes back from his injury, he's our tight end. Defense. Pitta and Travis Feeney. Keep the D-line the way. Quarterback. Try to sign some guys who are the top tier in the UFL or maybe in the NFL practice squads because our secondary is absolutely atrocious. So that's what and kicker Ramiz Ahmed. I think he was fine during this offseason. Now, fantasy. This is just where I would bring the entire Battlehawks organization if I could just do whatever the hell I want. Location. Energizer Park. Move the Battlehawks to the soccer stadium. I know MLS said no. I know the people of Energizer said no. Me in a Snapchat. Move them there. I would love to see one game at the Energizer Park. It holds around, if I'm not mistaken, I think 15K? 22,000. Perfect for the Battlehawks in their average attendance, getting like 23, 25,000. I would just love to see, it would be loud. It would be loud as the Louisville Stadium, but even a little bit more attendance as Louisville. I would just love to see one game. Just one. So that's where I would move them in my own fantasy world. Head coach. I'm getting Ricky out of there. I'm signing Ilya Drinkwitz, head coach of the Mizzou Tigers. I know he could probably get a NFL position as an offensive coordinator, but if he wants to like slowly make his way to the NFL, join the Battlehawks. I just like what he's done with Mizzou over the last couple of years. From like 2010s and being like okay, they kind of suck, to Mizzou could put up a shot against these top tier SEC teams. Offense coordinator, I'm still trying to sign Casey Woods, and I'm still trying to sign Garrett Riley. I think if Battlehawks realistically fire AJ Smith soon, I think you try to sign one of them with the Missouri connection. Defense coordinator, I'm still keeping Corey Chamberlain. My quarterbacks. This is what I would do in a whole wide scenario of fantasy land. Jameis Winston. I would sign Jameis Winston. I think he would be the best. He would be that money-making guy in the UFL that would get people to watch the UFL even more. And also Chandler Rogers. Just take him from Louisville, put him in the Battlehawks uniform. I really love his play. I know he's the UFL champion. I just like him as a player and what he's done on the field, even from Louisville in the last couple weeks. And I'm winning a UFL championship. Jameis Winston or Chandler Rogers would be my quarterbacks. Running backs stay the same. Javon Howard, Kylan Williams. Wide receiver. This is where I go absolutely. Hear me out. Malik Neighbors. No, I'm kidding. With wide receiver, I actually kind of have no idea. I would keep Hakeem Butler, even though I want him to make the NFL money. Just re-sign him. Jakor Pearson, I really like, and also Jamar Chase. Not kidding. My third wide receiver, I don't even know. You know what? For the hell of it, Chase Claypool. Well, I don't know what he's doing anymore. Just make him become a Battlehawk. Defense, I'm bringing in Troy Polamalu. No. I'm bringing in... keeping Travis Feeney, keeping Pitta. Defense, I have no idea. Myles Garrett. No, I'm kidding. For defense, I have no idea. And then we could go into logistic reasons. We could go into what I could do for the Battlehawks marketing. Actually, let's go into that. Marketing. As a GM, I'm going to before the battle season even begins, I'm going to go to every single sporting event in St. Louis and advertise the Battlehawks. Whether it's at a Blues game, making an ad during each period, a St. Louis City game, telling people, hey, the Battlehawks season is coming up, and putting more billboards and ads around the entire St. Louis metro area. And I'm not just talking about the inside of St. Louis. I'm talking about the Illinois side, East St. Louis, the Fairview Heights, Belleville area. I'm going to St. Charles, Missouri. I'm going to Missouri State. The entire state of Missouri, honestly, and kind of the southern Illinois area. I'm marketing the out of the Battlehawks and say, hey, become one of the biggest attendance in the UFL and marketing the hell out of the UFL brand. And that's about it, really, what I would do as the Battlehawks GM. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any comments to what I would do. Is this absolutely assured? Yes. But make sure to subscribe and follow us on all our social media platforms. On TikTok, Instagram, and even Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. Again, make sure to subscribe. We have a lot of more content coming up. And I'll see you guys later. Remember, call is the law. Bye-bye.